A very good morning, children. Today, I am going to continue with the same lesson, that is lesson 5th, towards the green energy. In previous lecture, we have studied different method of generating the electricity from the thermal power plant, from a nuclear power plant, hydroelectric power plant, etc. But here we are going to study how the solar energy is used to generate the electrical energy. As we all know that sun has a infinite power, and it is having the infinite sources of the light energy and heat energy. Now sun's energy is used in different aspect of the life. One example I am giving you here, that how the plants are absorbing this sunlight, and chlorophyll is already present in their leaf. That is why they are green in color. Water they absorb from the root, carbon dioxide they absorb from the atmosphere, and they do the process of photosynthesis. And then when they do the process of photosynthesis, then the food is formed in the form of glucose. That means the light energy is converted to chemical energy. Now this solar energy, when we are using to generate the electricity, it is not only cheap but as well as it is eco-friendly, because as you can see here 100% clean energy is obtained from the sun. So we will see that electric energy can be generated in two ways. First way is that when electrical energy can be directly generated by making use of solar radiation without using generator and without using the principle of electromagnetic induction. This is done with the help of the solar photovoltaic cell, which convert the solar energy to electrical energy. What is the second method? Children, that first of all the energy of the solar radiation is converted to thermal energy, and then with the turbine generator or system, it is driven using that thermal energy to generate the electricity. So this way we can see how it is used, children. Here is the solar panel I have shown in this diagram. You can see clearly. This is PV cell, what we can see here. So these two things I have shown you, which will help to harness the solar energy and to generate the electrical energy. Now we will see that how from the sun's energy the electrical energy is generated. Before that we will understand the structure of solar cell, in that the N type and P type of doping is used. N mean negative, P mean positive. Here the silicon, you can see here, children, it is having the 4 electron which are circled with the red. These 4 electron are the valency electron, and these electrons are valency electron, and these are not free electron. Now let us consider, we will have a pure sheet of the silicon that is made up of the millions of atoms of silicon, but all the valency electron of silicon that are not free here. Now some phosphorus atom or crystals we will inject here. We will see these phosphorus atoms are having the valency 5. Now again we will take a silicon sheet, in that we will inject the boron atom. Now this boron, when we'll make these two sheets, there will be holes or empty space for one electron, and it would be created in this sheet. That will we can see that first sheet of silicon and phosphorus has higher concentration of electron, while the second sheet with the silicon and boron has less concentration of electron. Therefore first sheet has the N type of doping or negative doping due to the higher concentration of electron, while the second one has the P type of doping or the positive doping due to the lesser concentration of the electron. That is why the holes are created in this sheet. Now if these two sheets are joined together, they will form the P-N junction. Here you can see both sheets are joined together and P-N junction is formed here. Now, from N region, some electron will move to the P region. As a result, depletion region is formed, and we have to see that there are no free electron or the holes in depletion region. Due to migration of electron from the boundaries of N region, this N region boundary will become slightly positively charged, while the boundary of the P side will become negatively charged, and the electric field will be formed between the N region and P region. This electric field will provide necessary force to migrate the electron from N region to the P region. When light strikes the photovoltaic cell at the N region, it penetrates through and reaches to the depletion region. So here you can see with the red depletion region is shown here. As you all know that sunlight energy is having the photon. So it is in the form of the photon energy. The photon energy will generate more electron, the whole pair in depletion region, and now we can see existing electric field drives electron out of depletion region, and then as a consequence the concentration of electron in N region and P region will become so high that a potential difference will be generated. Here you can see one conductor is put and one load, that is the bulb, is put now. Now we can see electron in P region will be recombined with the hole. So this way we will see that this system will continuously give the direct current or DC current. One solar cell can give 0.5 to 0.6 volt. It means a cell is enough to charge a calculator or the cell phone. Further, the electricity will be supplied to, this is a solar panel, already I have shown you. Now here we can see how from solar panels the energy is sent to the home. Now children, we will see solar photovoltaic cell. Solar photovoltaic cell converts the solar radiation directly into the electrical energy. So we can see here how it converts the solar energy to the electrical energy. This is called the solar photovoltaic effect. The electrical energy generated through this energy transform the process in the DC nature. So what current is created, that is in the form of nature DC or direct current. Now here we can see a specific type of the material is used, that is semiconductor, that is called silicon. A silicon solar cell of dimension 1 centimeter square generate current about 30 milliampere and potential difference of 0.5 volt. So a silicon solar cell of dimension 100 centimeter square will generate about 3 ampere. How much ampere children? About 3 ampere. Now 30 milliampere per centimeter square multiplied by 100 centimeter square will become 3000 milliampere, that means 3 ampere current. And how much voltage is there? 0.5 volt. Always see that the potential difference available from a solar cell is independent of its area. So that you have to keep in your mind. Now, energy in sunlight, with the help of photovoltaic effect, it is changing to the DC electric power. Now children, we can see here that if two solar cells are connected in series, you can see here in the first figure. This is first figure. when they are connected in the series, then the potential difference obtained from this combination is addition of potential differences. That means V will be equal to, here you can see V will be equal to V1 plus V2. The current generated from this combination is equal to the current from an individual cell. That means it will not be added. It means when solar cells are connected in series, current from the individual cells is not added. Already I explained you. Similarly, we can see here in the second figure, children, this is the second figure. We can see here that how the solar cell are connected in parallel position. So this is the second one where the cells are connected in parallel position. It is 5.24. Now let me show you here that when they are connected in parallel position, the current generated from this combination is the summation of the current from an individual solar cell. The potential difference obtained from this combination will be same as the potential difference obtained from the individual cell. So if two solar cells are connected in parallel, the potential difference from two cells are not added. Here you can see, here children, I'll show you here. You can see I is equal to I1 plus I2. So this way in the parallel and series, this is the difference, that in a series we had to add V is equal to V1 plus V2. In parallel we had to add I is equal to I1 plus I2. Now let me show you that in this way, by connecting so many solar cells in series and in parallel, solar panels generating required current and potential difference are made. So here you can see, children, this is the solar panel. So now we can see that for example, if 36 solar cells each of size 100 cm square are connected in series in a solar panel, then how much potential difference it will give, children? It will give 18 volt potential difference and current of 3 ampere. Many such panels are connected together to generate the electricity on the larger scale. So when we need electricity on larger scale, as in the industries and all, factories and all, then we are connecting so many panels and then we are generating the electricity. A good solar cell can have the efficiency of around 15%. How much, children? A good solar cell, it can have the efficiency of 15%. It means that if a solar panel receives power of 100 watt from solar radiation, the electrical power output from the panel will be 15 watt. So this point you have to learn. Now we will see here many solar panels are connected in series and in parallel to generate the required current and potential difference. So that point we have to keep in mind, that many solar panels, they are connected and in series and parallel to give the required amount of the potential difference and electric current. Now solar cell is the basic unit of Now here we'll see that solar cell is the basic unit in solar electric plant. That point is also important. Many solar cells come together to form a solar panel. So how we generate solar panel? That many solar panels are connected in a series from a solar string, and many solar string connected in parallel form a solar array. So how the solar array is formed? That you can see here, that many solar panels are connected in series from a solar string, and then many solar strings are connected in parallel form a solar array. So this is important point, that how solar array is how the solar array is formed. As we can obtain as much electrical power as needed, so we can see here that they are used in application. We need the marginal power as a calculator that runs on solar energy to the power station on megawatt capacity. So this way, in different aspect, the solar cell, solar array, solar panels are used. Now the power available from the solar cell, that is DC. So here we can see, children, that the power made available from the solar cell, that is DC. So in applications which need this power, like electric light based on the electric emitting diodes, the energy can be directly used, and since this energy from the solar cell is available only in presence of the sunlight, so the energy has to be stored. But natural children, like at home, when we are going regularly to the office or regularly to earn money, then it is okay. But nowadays, pandemic is there, so many person cannot go to buy the thing as well as to earn the money. So what they are doing, that they are, whatever money they have saved, with that they are managing. So here also, that daytime the sunlight is there, so we can get the solar energy. But during the night time, or when the this thing is not there, when the solar energy is not there, that time what they have to do, that they had to store this energy. In which form, children? They had to store this energy in the form of the battery or battery cells. So this way we can see, children, that how useful it is. Now, however, most of the equipment in domestic as well as industrial use, they run on the AC power. So in such cases, the DC solar power must be converted to the AC power using an electric device. So this way we can see, children, that how this is useful to us, and how the conversion of the electricity is taking place here. You can see here, children, how the conversion of energy generated by cell to AC form by using the inverter. So this way here we have seen, and I am ending this chapter. We will continue in the next next lecture, children. But you have to draw the diagram of the solar panel made from the 36 solar cells, then solar